I went to Kenya to shoot a short documentary for an all-female running group called Nala Track Club, and it might be my favorite short documentary that I've ever made, and you can watch that right now. I posted it last week on this channel. This video is sponsored by MusicBed. Someone named Chris Cooper reached out to me. He told me that his wife, Mary Gogi, is a Kenyan world champion runner in the marathon, and she started her own female empowerment track club for young Kenyan women runners. There's a lot of inequality amongst men and women still in Kenya today, especially in athletics, and there's a lot of instances where a lot of young female athletes in Kenya will be sexually harassed and abused in these track camps by men coaches and men physios. So Mary put together her own camp called Nala Track Club that is ran by women, coached by women, women physios, women photographer, and it's an all female group of girls that come to this camp where they can train, they can get an education, and they can feel comfortable and protected to be themselves as young girls. So A, love filming stuff in Africa. I've been plenty of times now, but I've never been to Kenya. B, I love track and field, I love running. And C, it's an opportunity for me to use my skill set in filmmaking to just help out incredible people doing incredible things. So me, Tyler, my manager, and Pat, my former intern, now intern graduate who shot all the behind the scenes in this video, and we hopped on a 14-hour flight to Nairobi, Kenya.
You're just here doing emails, not even flying.
And when we landed in Nairobi, Kenya, we met up with another crew member, and this one will come as a nice little surprise for longtime viewers of this channel. We met up with Dan Odeki. For me, it's a 4.5-year reunion with a longtime friend of mine, and for those of you who don't know who Dan is, he's a filmmaker from Entebbe, Uganda, who I met years ago. And on this channel, we were able to raise a ton of money to get him proper filmmaking equipment to kind of start his own filmmaking community in Entebbe, Uganda. And since then, he's been killing it, getting tons of projects, started his own YouTube channel. The guy's just absolutely killing it.
That's what we got. That's mighty. Sweet. Dog, yeah?
Yeah. Is there just no? I don't have signal. They're sleeping. Once we got all settled in, the next day was just dedicated to basically just a scout day. I just want to get to know the lay of the land, see all the locations where the girls live, where they train, meet Mary for the first time, meet Chris for the first time. I talked to him over the phone, but this is my first time actually physically meeting them. So it was important to just kind of build a little bit of a relationship. And also, again, a big concern for me and a big challenge going into the shoot was I knew that these girls were going to be quiet and shy at first to us. It's not lost on me that we were 3 white dudes from America and a big Ugandan dude coming into an all-female camp with also a bunch of camera equipment. So we knew just it'd be nice for them to just meet us first and just get to know us before we're shoving cameras in their faces and let them just kind of open up to us a little bit better. It's also a good opportunity to just figure out what gear I would use when. I only brought the most minimal possible gear that I could bring. I knew a lot of the shoot was just gonna be me running around trying to capture stuff in the moment. I hate filming athletics and making people stop and redo something. I wanted to capture things as real as possible, so to do that, I have the simplest setup as possible. I was rocking my Sony FX3, mainly my 24-70, but I also did bring a couple prime lenses that I picked up, some Sony G Master 35 1.4 and 50 1.4 for areas like interviews or dark setups at night. I knew I'd be filming a lot where they lived at night, like when they're eating dinner and there's not much available light. I didn't want to set up lights because I didn't want it to be too intrusive into their world.
Take the boys back to Panari.
Yeah. So while we were driving around everywhere, we kept hearing the same song called Mizabibu. Just whenever we were in the car, it was on the radio, we would drive through the town, we'd hear people playing it. We went to the stadium and could hear people playing it from the bleachers. I was like, oh man, this is like a really popular song and it's really catchy. It kind of like became our anthem song. Man, I'd love to find like something similar that I could use in this film. They just kind of captured culturally what we were hearing and put it into this video. And also like, I want it to be like a fun video. I wanted to show how incredible these girls are, how strong they are, how much fun they are, how good of athletes they truly are. So finding good music that kind of fit that style and tone was gonna be really important for me. So MusicBed's new AI search by song feature that they just added, I was able to just type in this like obscure Misabibu song and it came up, I clicked it and it generated songs that were very similar to that same specific song. I was able to find this really perfect song that kind of like fit a lot of the music that they were actually using on their Instagram page for reels and stuff. And I was able to use it during this track workout scene.
Love me mother, send a dollar, that's just all I say. On the cover, then they call me, yes, so
yeah, their new AI-powered search by song feature comes in so clutch when you don't really know how to describe the song, but you know exactly what you want. It just saves you so much time when digging through already an extremely large group of high quality music. You're able to find like exactly what you're looking for very quickly. Yeah, the music on MusicBed just feels so real, authentic, and powerful, and I think you'll feel that when you watch the final film if you haven't seen it already. If you want to make the switch to MusicBed, you can start with a free trial with the link in my description.
To see this track's like.
How's the altitude?
Dude, it's actually harder to breathe.
It's way harder.
Yeah.
So eventually on the scout day, we were going to meet the girls for the first time and we were picking them up after school to walk home with them. They do everything together. They go to school together. They walk home from school together. They walk to practice. They train together. They sleep together. They eat together.
Hello. I'm David. Nice to meet you.
I'm Tyler.
Hi, nice to meet you.
We had our cameras just because we were filming environmental B-roll and just getting some shots, but the plan was not to film them. The plan was just to meet them, get to know them, and something happened where it just felt like it was very natural right away meeting them, and it felt like they were so much more welcoming and like open to us being there with our cameras than I thought they were going to be. They were a lot less shy and so fun. Like the energy that we felt just being around them was electric. So me being like the extremely like passionate filmmaker I am, like I couldn't not film this. Like they look so cool in their uniforms, walking together through these beautifully textured streets, and this is a part of their life, and I wanted to be there and film it.
Yeah? Wanna say hi? Say hi.
So we walked all the way back to their camp with them. They got changed and got ready for a long run. And I was like, all right, maybe I'll use this long run as just like, I'll see how it goes. Like I'll film and see like what it's like for me to hang out the window of this car and film the girls running. And I just like, all this like testing stuff like didn't exist because I was getting unbelievable shots that, and so many of them made the final edit of the film.
Wow, this was really an amazing experience.
Yeah?
The girls did an amazing job. Watching them run, man, it was magical.
We got back from the long run and something like very crazy happened. So it was Pat's birthday, and apparently there's a tradition, and I don't know if it's just Kenya or all of East Africa in general, where you get washed or bathed. I think it was washed. So word got around to the girls that it was Pat's birthday, and all of a sudden out of nowhere, someone just runs up to Pat and dumps a huge bucket of water on him. And then 2 seconds later, another bucket of water, another bucket of water. And Pat was getting absolutely crushed by this water. Yeah, that moment was really special because it felt like at that point, like there was no more barrier of like any awkwardness or tension of us being there as filmmakers. Like that went all the way away. And at the moment, we were just like a part of their team, and it felt comfortable to kind of just film whatever we wanted with them.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
That was awesome.
So that night, like I stayed late, like filming them do their homework together, filming them eat together, and I don't know. I knew from that day, which was only supposed to be a scout day, we got so much good footage. I just knew that the shoot was gonna be incredible.
3:28 a.m.
So the rest of the shoot, we really had 3.5 more full shoot days, and a lot of them, all of them, started with a sunrise shoot. The girls would get up, do their morning run, and then go to school, which was nice because we were right on the equator where we were. And when I tell you like high noon was high noon, like the sun would be so high above us and directly above us that we didn't even have a shadow. Once the sun rose, the golden hour evaporated very, very quickly. Even though it was exhausting waking up for the sunrise shoots, we got some beautiful shots. Like the opening shot in the film is this beautiful silhouette against the Kenyan countryside backdrop with this beautiful gradient of orange and dark purple, with the girls' silhouettes running in a crew. And it's just like, as soon as I saw that shot, I was like, all right, like this is gonna be the first shot in the film. Like it's so good.
Getting some tracking shots.
Yeah.
This thing keeps falling down. Rocking some handheld. And when I need to switch over to gimbal, we got another FX3 cooking.
One of the days, midday, we knocked out Mary's interview, which I knew would be kind of like the guiding voice for the entire documentary.
I just learned this new one called the word John, and it's just a reference to almost anything. So you're shooting that John as you're fixing this John. How interesting is that?
She's the founder of this program. She's the head woman. She is the star. So I wanted to really highlight her the most and kind of hear her voice talk about the camp, its beginnings, what motivated it, what it's like for her to see girls transformed through this program. You know, what are the goals for Nala Track Club for the future? So we were able to get that awesome interview at her house. We set up that one light that I was able to bring that just folded up into my suitcase really nicely. And that was the only time we used that light. So I'm honestly thinking, like, was it even worth bringing it? Like all the other, you know, on the go interviews that I did with the girls was just natural light.
Nice job with this, John.
Mary just absolutely cooked her interview. Bye, I'll see you at the track. I need your A game for coaching.
A scene in the film that I alluded to when the girls do their workout on the track. It was our first time really seeing them like lock in. You know, when they're in their school uniforms or they're in their long runs, like they're kind of like talking, having fun, and just like being girls. And seeing them like put on their like Nike tracksuits, go to the track. They had a really difficult workout coming in, so the atmosphere was really tense, and they kind of just turned into these like super athletes. And it was really cool to see them lock in like that.
You see, I'm winding up the girls. How can the cameraman beat you? The camera. Joking, it's just doing this. Sorry. It's a joke for you.
I knew I wanted to capture the intensity of their workout and put you into what they were feeling and put together this nice scene of like these women coaches like hyping the girls up, motivating them, giving them their workouts, chasing them around the track, screaming out their times, the girls pushing through on all these like really difficult reps that they had to struggle through. I knew I was gonna have to fly around, capture as much stuff as I could, hop on a motorbike, go around the outside lane of the track, hop off, hand my handheld camera to Dan, grab my gimbal rig, film the girls that way. After the workout too, just kind of see everyone on their runner's high and just relieved for the workout to be over. No one cared that there's cameras filming them. They were just kind of like all just like embracing this moment that they got through together.
Hey, Nala on 3. 1, 2, 3. She's got an ass to ass right now. What's up? Nothing much, man. Girls are just eating some popsicles. Low-key kind of wish I had one. Mouth's so dry, I'm so hot. But doesn't look like they're sharing. Going in and eat some chicken and shoot some portraits. Get these ladies looking powerful.
So the last day was kind of just set up to get some shots of the girls just kind of hanging out, having fun. Get some last second interviews of some of the older girls in the track club, and also just to get some really nice portrait shots of the girls that would be sprinkled in the opening of the film and the ending of the film, just to kind of show like how cool and beautiful and powerful these girls are.
3.
So we got there and like right away, like the girls were dancing and like having a blast together, having so much fun to the music. We started like dancing a little bit and they're having a ton of fun with us.
This one's pretty chill, eh? It's kind of chill vibes.
Another birthday tradition for Pat. Yeah, I don't know. It made it feel like we were a part of Nala Track Club, and we are a part of Nala Track Club, and it feels like we'll always be a part of that club. Saying goodbye to those girls was really difficult. Like, we felt like we were really getting to know them and having so much fun with them. So it was really sad saying goodbye to them. Yeah, this was a really incredible shoot. One of my favorites of all time. And I think the final film is one of my favorites and even one of my best short athletic documentaries I've ever done. And I'm really proud of the work that me and my team did out there. I'm really proud of how the girls handled our film crew being there, and just glad that Mary and Chris welcomed us and invited us into their world. So I'm excited for hopefully a lot of people to see this and get more people on board of what Nala is doing and raising more awareness to women's empowerment in the sport of running or athletics in general in Kenya. Again, check out the film if you haven't already. It's on my channel. And again, all the music in this behind the scenes video is from MusicBed. All the music from the film itself is from MusicBed. Link in my description. Thanks for watching. Love you. Bye.